Wong.
Well, not to make this all about me, but this is totally overwhelming to me. I'm sincerely honored to have even been invited to be in attendance at this magnificent ceremony, but to make remarks is a daunting task. I try not to ruin it. And the one thing that I can say that was a little bit of a relief this morning when I went into the black box and met the graduating class, and yesterday when I was able to really see what the school is all about, which was new to me, I will admit. But the relief that I felt was that I recognized this. I remember this feeling of graduation and all of the things that are going on. There was a bit of a pep talk, Miss Hendry, and she was urging the kids to, please stay classy, which was really hopeless, as I recall in my own remembrance of what my graduation was like at the Cow Palace. Classy, classy, classy. But I do remember this relieved, over-energized, hormonal, panicked kind of exhilarated feeling. And it's so tremendously moving to witness it and to be amidst it and to be reminded of it. It's so important for us to come to these rituals reminded of that. Also, I can't really, I feel kind of loath to give, really somber advice, but I can only offer you a couple of things as a class that I think are valuable to me in my perspective, having gone from that graduation in the early Mesozoic era to now. Okay, because we're all growing older, we're all getting older, you guys will live much longer than I will live and all of that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you are much more sophisticated people. I know this, I have met some of you, than I was when I was your age. There's no question about that. But the first thing that I am interested in this amazing magical school and the dynamic is the notion of, is surrounding the notion of privilege. What's amazing is that this school was built on the foundation of giving opportunities to people who might not necessarily have them, to create a special place for us to learn specific and wonderful things, and that a lot of people without privilege became recipients of this privilege. And so many of us who are not used to privilege, all of a sudden find ourselves in a very privileged situation. And what the word privilege has become a rather buzzword, an almost negative word these days. We use privilege to accuse people of not looking out for people who are less privileged than them and the like. But the word privilege is not necessarily bad in itself. It is what we do with the knowledge that we're privileged that is making or breaking the quality of our identity as human beings. And we must never forget that. We just have to go through our lives understanding that all of us here were in a special place at a special time, and we were lucky to be there. And what we do with that luck that we were given is everything. It's absolutely everything. The other thing that I remember as a young creative person, and I identified myself as a musician when I was thinking about this, it's very odd. In elementary school, I was a musician. In high school, I was an actor. In middle school, I don't remember what I was. I kind of lost my identity for a minute. But anyway, I was a creative person the entire time. I've always identified as a creative person. I identify with each and every one of you because of that identity as a creative person. And what I didn't realize until somewhat in the middle of my kind of growing up process is how essential, that creativity drove me to do the things that I was drawn to. Acting, singing, I was dancing, I choreographed, I was directing, all of those things I still do. It wasn't until I understood that doing any or all of those things was meaningless without implementing my point of view as a person. as a human being. I was very, very talented. I was very talented, and I was given a lot of encouragement from my teacher. My main teacher, drama teacher in high school, was remarkable to me. He was my Don Harris, and she gave me such confidence. And I did everything that I could do that I was good at, but I didn't understand there was a whole other element, which is who I was, what I thought, what I felt, what I hated about the world, what I loved about the world, all of those things. That point of view is essential if you really want to call yourself an artist. If not, you're just a craftsperson. You're just a creative person. And the difference is monumental. Not only monumental in your potential effect on the world, but it is monumental in your own self-satisfaction of who you are, what you will be, what you will do with your life, who will be your mate, everything. And it's great. The other thing, I had notes here, they're all P words. The other thing is that, and this is in keeping with both of these things, the privilege and the point of view, is that because of the privilege and because if you do find that point of view, which I urge you to find, then the next step becomes an actual responsibility as an artist and as a human being to pay it forward, to take your work, to take your energy, to take your privilege, to take the money that you make, to take the opportunities that you have and all of the different kinds of people that you will meet in your life on your way, and pay it forward and do what you do, not just like I was when I was your age, doing something just to please myself, just to please my own creativity and to prove how talented I was, but to try with all of my heart and all of my being to make the world a better place. Everyone has a very different point of view of how to do that. And you don't have to do it in some huge monument. You don't have to be president. We've got enough people that want to be president. You don't have to do that. You just have to know that that's a thing. It's a chip that's in your brain that always informs the decisions that you make. The last thing I want to say is really the reason why I'm here. And I forgot who it was, but somebody has already touched on this, and I really wanted to reinforce it. I was a young actor at Lincoln High School in San Francisco. Please don't boo, San Francisco, I know. And I had a wonderful coterie of colleagues. We were in the most romantic way. We were in love with the idea of being actors. We acted whenever we could. We were passionate about it. We did all of our productions with great joy. The memories are still extremely potent. All of us are actors of some kind today. And it was really, how do I say this with any kind of impact? My closest cohort in that time in my school was a man named Robert Cooper, who is Sarah J. Cooper's valedictorian's uncle. And so Sarah J. Cooper is the reason why I'm here. But more importantly, it is because of my relationship with a colleague and an artistic collaborator that I met in high school. That I'm here. And it is one of the richest and kind of most easy to take for granted things is these relationships. They will strengthen you. They will shore you up. They will give you hope when you need it. And you must hang on to them and treat them like gold. They're as important as your relationships with your parents and your mentors. And they're wonderful. And I'm constantly, thank goodness for Facebook, I'm constantly drawing on the strength of these relationships that I had with artistic collaborators when I was in high school, and it gives my heart and my life great joy. I wish you great luck. I'm very fond of you, just the small interactions that I've had with you and with this magnificent school. Jerry Brown, I don't know not what to tell you. You have done something great. And really, just really one real healthy round of applause for Don Harris, 16 years of this. I am honored to have be here to give you my blessings and my wishes of good luck. I love you. Good luck to you all, and congratulations.